Hi, and welcome back to Becca's Kitchen. Today I have some very special guests with me. I have my mom, Mary Ellen, and my dad, Fred. And together we're going to show you how to make a beautiful watermelon basket. So a tradition really is whatever you or your family make it. When my brother and I were little, we had a wheat intolerance and we didn't have any milk or refined sugar. So what my parents did to make our birthday special was to use a watermelon, and they made it a watermelon basket, and then we used other fruits to put it together and we had watermelon sundaes. Because who needs cake anyways? So I'm going to show you the tools here that we're going to make this watermelon basket. First of all, you are going to need a sharp but a knife that does not bend. So you want it to be fairly steady, otherwise it's going to do what it wants to do and not what you want it to do. Secondly, we just need a Sharpie because you want to make a guide around so you know where you're going to cut. And finally, we're just going to have a melon baller here to scoop out the melon after we're done. So now Dad is going to start with making the guide.
Okay. What you want to do is envision that we're going to be removing two sections of the watermelon. I worked on the bottom a little bit to make it pretty steady, because once you get it fixed, you don't want it to roll around. So that's what we needed to do. And then to decide how wide you want to make the handle. So I'll make a couple of marks right there. And so I will be making those a little bit closer in than where I want them to be where I'm going to cut, so that when I cut out the pieces, that none of the lines are going to show. Okay?
So your guide's going to be a little bit bigger than what you're actually going to cut.
Right.
Okay.
And so we picture we're going to be cutting out this section, almost in half like that. So that's basically what we need to do. Okay?
Okay, so we'll make the guide.
So we make the guide. So it's okay if I turn this.
When you cut into a watermelon, you never know how thick the rind is going to be. So you may have to adapt what you're going to do with the watermelon after you cut it.
Where you're going to put the birthday candle or whatever else you're going to do.
Or if you're going to put a scalloped edge or whatever on the basket.
Exactly.
I just sort of eyeball it a little bit because it won't be perfect on that, and after you cut out the sections, you can always even up where your cuts were.
Okay, so Dad has finished putting his guide on here. He's put the marks all the way around. And just to clarify, he is going to cut on the inside of the lines. So he's made his guide a little bit bigger than he would want because he's going to cut underneath so we won't see the lines. So now we're going to begin cutting.
Okay.
Very carefully.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you can see that we have trimmed it up a little bit, we've smoothed it out, and we also were careful to get rid of the guide that Dad had put on there earlier. And now Mom is just taking the melon baller and she's cleaning out the handle area. And then we're actually going to do this for all of it. So we'll use the melon baller and we'll scoop out all of the watermelon. And then you can just put the melon balls back in, or you can add some cantaloupe, honeydew, any kinds of fruit like that, and it makes a really pretty basket in the end.
It's taste test time!
Here we have our finished watermelon basket, complete with candle on top, and you just saw Dad demonstrate how you can put that on if you wish. And we have our official taste testers, Kaden and Caleb, all ready to try their watermelon sundaes. And we also have a special guest. This is my grandma, their great grandma, 93 years young, all the way from Florida, joining us for taste test time. Mwah. All right, boys, ready? Dig in. Okay, guys, everybody else?